Welcome to video number 3 in our 4-part series on how to be a virtual yoga teacher. This is more than just a 4-part challenge. This is a confidence boost. This is information that can help get you out there actually teaching, even right now when a lot of us are still not allowed to be teaching in person. So if you've got a beverage, a coffee, or whatever, grab that so you can stay hydrated. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. And if you haven't yet downloaded the workbook that I have, it has additional notes and little places where you can fill in the blanks. You can do that at ashesyoga.com/VYT, like virtual yoga teacher. So here's the workbook, go grab that. And if you haven't watched videos 1 and 2 where I talk about the myths and misconceptions that occur and come up when you are thinking about becoming a virtual yoga teacher or really a yoga teacher in general, then please go and watch that. My name is Ashley and I'm the creator of Virtual Vinyasa Academy, and I'm opening the doors to this academy one last time this year and possibly one last time for a very long time, if ever. And it is a 12-week coaching program, but more than that, I actually continue the journey with my students even beyond the 12 weeks. It's also an academy or course that my students have access to for a lifetime, and I'm constantly updating things inside of it. So marketing strategies, business skills, teaching skills, everything that you might need to know as a new yoga teacher graduate, I try to put in there or I add in there, and I also help my students through conversations in that group coaching component. So let's get to the framework of creating an online yoga business, and I'll give you a little bit of an overview of what I teach inside Virtual Vinyasa Academy, but more than that, just a little insight into what it takes to actually have yoga teaching be a sustainable career, more than just a side hobby, more than just something you do for fun once in a while. How can you turn your passion into profit and your passion into something that can help you and your family for a lifetime? So let's talk about it. And this applies if you are a private yoga teacher, an in-studio yoga teacher, a yoga studio owner, and a virtual yoga teacher. So whoever you are and whoever you teach, this can apply to you. If you fill out these bubbles and boxes, you can do this for multiple business plans. Just take a look at it, and hopefully it's not too overwhelming right now. We're actually going to walk through this step by step and give you that full overview to give you a overarching idea of what it means to be a yoga teacher in today's world, and also what it means to be a yoga teacher business. So you're going to start with that problem that you're solving and start with your audience. What are their problems and what are you doing to solve them? So the problem is the thing that your audience kind of complains about or nags about, and the solution is you. It's you as a teacher, it's your classes you're offering. So if you want to list out the validation and what you've heard from your audience about their problem, and list out the experience that you have so that you can feel confident in solving this problem, then please do that. If you've got the workbook, please write in the workbook. Otherwise, you can write this in a piece of paper or wherever you have access to writing things down. So let's move on from there. And the first step, it looks like it might be marketing after finding the problem solution, but that is not quite the first step. The first thing that I teach, especially inside of Virtual Vinyasa Academy, where I go way more in depth on this, and we actually break it down piece by piece in the how-tos and the tutorials, and I answer all the questions about it. The first step is developing something that you can offer that is the first step that someone would pay you for. So what is a small priced offer or service that you can offer? That's the very first step, because you can have all of your social media channels have millions of followers, but if you have nowhere to lead them after you show them a bunch of free stuff and free content and tips and free classes, if you have nowhere to direct them to pay you to work further, then what's the point of having millions of social media followers? And maybe it's not millions, but even thousands. You don't even need thousands of followers. You just need a few that need that message, that need what you have to offer. So your marketing is going to be your free stuff that you offer. It could be free classes, it could be a Facebook group that's free, it could be your YouTube channel, Instagram. All of that falls under marketing. But the first thing that we develop as a business is a way for someone to pay you. And I recommend starting with a small priced offer. A small priced offer is something like a drop-in Zoom class. It could be a online workshop. It could be the first private lesson someone has with you. Maybe it's a smaller priced private lesson, sort of like a trial or consultation. It could be a mini course. It could be a number of things, just something that someone you just met wouldn't have a problem giving you their credit card to help you solve this specific problem. And it's an introduction. So you're not going to be giving them everything. And it's still a way for people to pay you, but it's probably not where the biggest profit in your business is going to be. As an introduction, it's going to be that place that you start with people, but you direct them to something deeper and to work with you further later on. So the revenue that you get from this small priced offer maybe not even isn't a lot of profit based on what you're giving, but it's building relationships and trust. And when someone gives you their credit card numbers or gives you money, there's a different kind of value in that student or that client than someone who attends all of your free classes. So they already are saying, I trust you with my money, and I trust that you are going to give me what you say, and I'm going to be accountable and show up to this appointment or this event. So a small price offer, it can be usually under $100, typically even under $50. For my yoga studio, my small price offer is 2 weeks for $29. And I make sure to nurture these people in those 2 weeks. I follow up with them. I ask how they're doing. I ask what their goals are. And I really help them on that path so that I can invite them, and I have permission to invite them to a course or a training or my monthly membership. As a virtual yoga teacher, your small price offer might be your first 3 classes for $20 or $10, or maybe it's that first class for $5. So you put an introductory offer there. If it's a workshop or a video that you have pre-recorded, maybe it's just that one-time fee of $15 for my library of 5 classes or a 3-part meditation series. There's so many things that you could do with this small price offer. The very first one I did was actually an ebook on yoga sequencing. So it wasn't even a video. I had an ebook for $27. I still have that available, and some of you maybe even have it. But I've since changed that to my mini workshop, which is Focused Flow. So I teach people sequencing through a 75-minute pre-recorded video and a 17-page workbook. And I priced it lower than maybe it's actually worth, because those that work with me in that introductory offer then get invited to something else, a course, a training, a membership, a subscription. So remember, your marketing is all of your free stuff, and all of your free stuff should be inviting people to take the next step. There are 2 ways or 2 places you can invite the free people, your marketing. That's your Facebook groups, your YouTube, everything like that. There's a lot of things you can do for marketing. You don't have to do them all. That's okay. Pick a couple places and do really well with those. But you can invite people on your marketing channels to buy your small price offer. That's not too big of a jump. A lot of people would be happy to do that. Or you can invite them to join your email list. That's also considered marketing. When you give something for free in email, maybe it's a guide, maybe it's one free video, in return you get their email address. Email marketing is one of the most powerful forms of marketing and the best way to reach people directly. Email inboxes are still a little bit more personal than just a blast on social media. You can actually sign up for an email management system, and there's a few that I recommend. Again, I'm not getting into all the details and the how-tos. I'm just giving you this overview. So you can create an email list where people can opt in automatically, and they can receive something from you for free or for the price of their email address automatically as a system. So it's not something that you have to do or be on your email constantly waiting for emails to come in. It's something that happens and you can set up to do right away. And then you can see in the middle there, I have something called a nurture email sequence. Now you don't have to get super in depth in this, it's just a suggestion. But if someone is on your email list, then just like social media, you would be introducing yourself, you would be sending a few emails here and there. Maybe it's a newsletter of sorts. There's a lot of different ways that you can send emails and what you can provide, but you want to make sure that you are still giving valuable content away. And then you do get permission or the right to or the privilege to invite them to your small price offer or service. And you always want people to go through that small price offer first before they're invited to the bigger things, the course, the training, the retreat. Even memberships and subscriptions, you can see up there have $3 signs. It doesn't mean that they cost the most. It just means that's actually where you can gain the most revenue or regular income for your business. So if you have Zoom classes that you are recording, and then you also want to sell them as an on-demand library of videos, you can do that by offering a subscription. Someone could pay monthly or weekly. Typically it's monthly. It could be $10, $20, $30 a month, or even up to $100 a month, depending on your content. If you regularly update this content and give people what they're looking for month after month, they will stay on. Some people aren't able to do your live classes, so a membership or a subscription option could be just what they need. All right, I don't want to get too much into all of the how-tos because, again, that's all inside of my Virtual Vinyasa Academy, and I don't want to overwhelm you too much if this is a new concept for you. To me, this is so much fun, and I can't wait to work with my new students inside of Virtual Vinyasa Academy. If you are someone who wants to join me for this last time that I launch this course, it is available this week only. The deadline is Friday, so if you sign up, please go ahead and do so early on so that I don't close registration on you, because I only have spots for a few people, because we have a coaching component that involves weekly group coaching and the course, the academy, all of that. I will have one more video for you coming very soon. Make sure to watch videos 1 and 2 if you have not done that already, and get that pen and paper out and that workbook or that business plan map and start to brainstorm a little bit. I just invite you to think and to sit with some of this for a while and think about the bigger picture in your own life and your own yoga business. There's so much more possible than simply teaching Zoom classes, but I know that's how a lot of us just need to get started. So I'm going to be here for you every step of the way. Anytime you have questions, please reach out, whether it's in the Facebook group, Yoga Sequencing and Teaching Tips, or by leaving a comment on my YouTube videos. I appreciate all of that, and I can't wait to see what comes from this. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful and phenomenal and beautiful day. See you later.